Let's talk.
What's good, weirdos? Welcome back. It's episode 29.
So close to 30.
So close to 30. I cannot believe we're almost at 30. So I just wanted to take some time to say thank y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for subscribing on YouTube and Spotify and Apple. And also, if you're not, like, why aren't you? But that's just me. I feel like you should push that button.
Hello.
But we love y'all. We thank y'all. Y'all are the best. And first things first, I want to get into the story. We have a story submission from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all for submitting those stories, by the way. If you don't know how to do so, if you're watching on YouTube, please go into the description. It's right there. If you're listening, go to our2gens.com to submit a story. But just a warning on this one. It gets pretty intense.
Oh my goodness.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So we got a story submission. My cousins are dating in secret and no one is doing anything about it. Take a breath. Let's get into it.
I am okay. I can handle this. Okay.
She said, I, female 17, found out that my cousin, male 19, is dating our cousin, female 15, and I'm not sure what to do. Before you ask, yes, they are related. Let's call my male cousin Ace and my female cousin Rose. They're not real names. I've always noticed that they've had a weird relationship going on. They are weirdly close, like speaking for hours on the phone, sharing one bed, hanging out all the time, but I ignored it since Rose's mother kept bragging about how cute their relationship is and how sweet it is that Rose is looking up to Ace. It's tense in here. One day, Rose decided to spend time with me because Ace blew her off. We were watching a movie on our phone. I was losing my patience since he was interrupting the movie by texting all the time. She would stop the movie to respond.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, she left the room and he kept on texting her. And I grew annoyed, so I grabbed her phone and I wanted to turn it on Do Not Disturb. But as I did, he texted at the same moment. She had text previews on and all I saw was, quote, "Baby, you're so hot. Send more." I'm going to admit to the next part. What I did was wrong, but I clicked on the text.
Yeah.
I scrolled through their text. All I saw were inappropriate comments about what he's going to do to her. Him begging for inappropriate pictures and her sending them. Also, a text of them planning on running away together as soon as she turns 16. Because yes, let's remember, she's 16 and he's 19.
Oh.
This did lead me to freak out.
Okay.
I scrolled far enough to find out that they were dating for 16 months at this point.
Whoa.
I took some pictures of the chat, not the pictures that she sent, but just the text, and acted as if nothing had happened when she returned.
Ooh.
Later on, I showed those pictures to Rose's mom. She was shaken, thanked me profusely, and promised to do something about it. Time passed, and her mom told me they broke up. She blocked and deleted his number. And her mom threatened to tell Ace's parents about it if they ever contacted her again. Apparently, Ace's parents are abusive too.
Oh.
So a few months have passed since then, and obviously they did not keep their distance. I caught them exchanging numbers again, and they rekindled their relationship again. I did tell Rose's mom again, but she's not doing anything. They're obviously together again and holding hands in front of me, and I have to pretend to not know anything about it because the mom isn't doing anything. I'm pretty much helpless, since obviously my cousin is grooming her, and he's obviously a predator, but no one seems to care. Please help me out and tell me what to do. So before we go into this, I just want to say you're a very brave girl for submitting this, for admitting that this is happening.
Absolutely.
And for first telling the parents what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you're asking us what to do, but I feel like you did the best thing already.
Agreed.
You already told the parents what's going on. You made them aware of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, babe, you're 17.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on in this relationship does not lay on your shoulders.
Right. Yes.
So it's not
You're
whether
taking
or not
a lot.
I do this or not, whether or not yada, 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 this relationship will continue or not. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Absolutely.
You told the important people, which is their parents,
Mm-hmm.
and what they do is not on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I do respect and appreciate the fact that you are acknowledging that this is a weird situation.
Absolutely.
And that you're like, can I get some help?
I am a little speechless because I'm not sure what type of advice, we're not licensed in any type of thing. As a mom, I agree that you did what you needed to do. You brought this to the parents, the adults in the relationship here in the situation. And one parent did the right thing at first, but now even after knowing that it has rekindled, they've decided not to
do anything.
Continue doing the right thing. And this isn't on you. You know, you can't hold on to this burden. Man, I am speechless. Really speechless over this one, because I can't imagine the kind of pressure that is on you right now, especially trying to pretend like you don't see it or you don't know what's going on.
And the only reason you're doing so is because you feel like everyone else is doing so. The parents aren't saying anything, so you feel like you don't have to say anything either.
Yes.
And that's a lot of pressure, and that's not fair to you.
No.
But I feel like you've done everything that you can do.
Yes.
And just, it's not on you.
It really isn't. And oh man.
I know. I'm sorry to like lay it out there on that first one, but whoa. This is an
heavy.
Inappropriate relationship.
In
keep in mind, her cousin's
reasons.
19 and 15.
Yes. The grooming is 100% there. The fact that your family is also inappropriate. You know, it's just, there's so many layers to this. And I'm not speechless also often.
Yeah.
But this one does feel like if there's maybe another adult, an auntie, you know, somebody in the family that you can maybe talk to that might have a little bit of something to say to your cousin, the female cousin, to be able to make her see the light a little bit better, since mom, a lot of times the mother-child relationship and the parent-child relationship can be really like this. Don't talk to me because you're my mom. You don't know what you're talking about. Versus having an aunt or an uncle or another cousin, an adult, you know, that they was able to come into this and speak a little bit more to the situation.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I literally agree with Trinity that this is not on you. You have done what you should do.
Yeah. And we don't know the situation. We don't know what relationships are going on between you and their parents and your parents and their parents. Like, we have no idea. But yeah, again, you've done everything that you were supposed to do. I feel like you were responsible in that manner. You didn't tell anyone that you were like, I disapprove of this. This is angry. That's not what you did. You were just like, I brought the information to their parents. That was the most that you could do. I think you're fine. It doesn't rest on your shoulders. Breathe.
Yes.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
It is inappropriate, but it's not on you.
Yeah.
No.
It's true.
True.
They are.
Very,
so
very
it may
true.
not technically be illegal. And I know in some states it's not illegal to be with your cousin.
I know. And
also.
in some others, you can get the Romeo and Juliet situation where you can make it a legal situation. So there's so many factors going on here. But based off of the information that you provided, I think you've done enough.
And you can take a bit of that pressure off of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing in.
Thank you for feeling like this was a safe enough space for you to submit that. We hope that maybe some people might be able to help out in the comments as well.
Absolutely.
Add some advice in the comments. If y'all know anything about this, put it in the comments, please. So just...
And be kind.
And be very kind. We don't know the situation.
And this is a child writing in.
Yes. But thank you. We really appreciate it.
Ooh, you're like, let's just go, right?
Right in there.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. Let's breathe.
We are going to breathe.
All
right. So I have another update.
Yes.
Am I overreacting for calling a divorce attorney after my husband lied about who he was with? So
y'all,
this was a hot button on our TikTok.
Ooh. People were so pressed, and we were all so sure.
We were 100% sure. So let me do a little recap. First of all, if you're on YouTube, click the card. If you are watching this on TikTok, just scroll back on our page a little bit. You'll be able to find this. But the original idea was a woman wrote in because her husband was trying to go camping on a weekend when their 6-year-old daughter had a ballet recital or something along those lines. And if he was not there, she would have to also bring her 6-year-old brother. So she'd be responsible for both kids. He was going to go camping with his brother. And he prefaced the trip by saying that Verizon was going to have outages and he probably wouldn't have cell phone service.
I'm sorry, but red flag, because like, how are you going to like ruin the life? Like, that's insane.
And when the wife didn't hear from her husband, she got nervous. She called her sister-in-law, his brother's wife, and said, hey, have you heard from the boys? They're camping. And the sister-in-law said, I don't know what you're talking about. He's sitting right here next to me.
Y'all.
So he lied about who he was with. By the time he got back, she had already called a divorce attorney and he was sleeping in the basement.
Well, so I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one.
Okay. So she is a little feisty too. I will preface this. She says, I know this isn't the update any of you want, but it's the update you're going to get.
Oh, I'm nervous.
He was truly camping alone in the woods.
That's crazy.
He truly had no service. He did mention it prior specifically because we both were in SOS mode all day the Tuesday before he left because of the Verizon nationwide outage.
Stop. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear it. I don't.
Oh my God. Okay. For everyone who thinks I'm a naive moron, okay. She put a little shrugging emoji. So that leads me to believe something, that this is just what she chooses to believe.
Okay.
Okay. So we will continue from here.
He's being all distracting. Our producer being all distracting, dancing and everything.
Because he believed that he was truly camping. He just did not want. And there was a lot of comments that came through saying, you know, he just didn't know how to say that he needed time away.
Right.
Okay. So for everyone who thinks he just needed a break from the pressures of a high stakes job and 2 young kids, let me tell you, this man has felt zero stress from having 2 young kids. I do their homework with them. I do the bedtime routine. I register for them for everything. I take them to all practices and performances. I coach when it's a sport I'm familiar with. I volunteer at their school and at every event I can before they're old enough that my face there won't be humiliating. I mow the lawn. I shovel the snow.
Ooh.
When the sink leaked, I fixed it.
Ooh.
Like there isn't a honey-do list here that I'm not giving credit for. I told him I contacted an attorney and he had no reply. The next day, he asked if we could talk. He admitted that he's been a real shitty partner and dad for the past 2 years. He cited very specific examples of him being a shitty dad, not knowing our son's teacher's name, never seeing a single performance from our daughter in a cheer or dance, not doing anything around the house, constantly being mad at me for having emotions, punishing me for anything that he's viewed as an indiscretion by ignoring me for a week until he thought enough time had passed when he would resurface pretending everything was fine.
That's insane. He had all those on deck. So you know.
He's been here. He's been listening. Not one apology. Not one thank you for taking such good care of my family while he wasn't there mentally. No ask for therapy, which I was grateful for since last time he requested therapy. He then attended every session stone-faced and gave me no response after I begged for any acknowledgement of anything I said.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This took a turn. I was not expecting this.
We are voyeurs in these people's relationship. She ends by saying, anyway, wish me luck on the rest of my life. I will never be with a man ever again. 0 stars, do not recommend.
Stop. 0 stars, do not recommend. That is iconic. Stop. That's not what I expected.
Yes.
She said, you're right. I was wrong. He actually didn't have any service, but that's not the reason I'm divorcing him. I'm divorcing him because he was a terrible husband.
Exactly.
Period. Oh my God.
I am not mad at that. Okay. Like we said on the first video, this was not the first straw. This was the last.
The last.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. So I could admit we were wrong.
We were wrong because I said straight up he was cheating.
We were wrong, but we weren't wrong in assuming that he was a little sketchy as a person.
Yes. Exactly, because you knew that there was something going on. She also had mentioned that it was they're 5-year-olds. It's not a huge dance recital or anything like that, stake championships. But what it was is you couldn't be there to help your spouse who would need to now watch both children. Mm-hmm. He had said something in the original post about, I'll hire a like daycare, a babysitter. And she's like, so I still have to get him ready and drive him the opposite direction to go to a babysitter.
Exactly.
And so
in addition to you not caring enough to be like, I want to be there for my child anyway. Like, people think that your kids don't remember things like that. It's like, oh, but they do.
They do.
They do. So you're affecting your kids, and then you're not even trying or attempting to help your wife. And then you're doing bad things. You're keeping tally of all the things that you're failing at as a husband and as a father, and you're choosing to do nothing about it.
That part. Yeah.
That's insane.
So she was like, let me just set the record straight here. She put it in the comment section too. She made me search for this. Okay.
She's hilarious.
She is hilarious, but she's like 0 stars. I'll never do this again. And honestly, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
That's fine.
That's not what I expected.
That was a good update.
Wow.
Yes.
That is not what I expected at all. I was been like, okay, yeah, we're wrong. I was ready to be like, I apologize. Absolutely not.
I don't think we owe anybody an apology here.
Oh my God. That's phenomenal.
That was a good one.
Thank you for that.
Of course. Thank
Yes. Basically, there's a little something going on in Minnesota. There's a bill, if we can go to my screen. This woman on my screen is Anita LeBrun, and she basically went in front of a judge to basically say, hey, I think we should allow senior homes to serve alcohol.
That part.
I'm with her. And I'm with her because they said basically the bill is still following the standard rules of alcohol serving anywhere, just in bars, not allowing anyone over 21 to drink, and now not allowing anyone over 18 to serve drinks.
Right.
Naturally. Responsible drinking, just in senior homes.
I don't see the difference.
I don't see a problem here.
Because why not? You know, they just want to be able to have a little snack with their friends. They do all the other things. They get to have their picnics and get-togethers and all that stuff. And it's like, why just because I'm in this home can I not have a little sippy sip?
Little something. Okay. And we all know, she mentioned the good part too. She's like, we all know that if you prevent somebody, like say a teenager, for example, prevent them from doing something, all they're going to is go out and do it, but in an irresponsible and harmful way.
Yes.
So these old folks are going out trying to get dressed.
Oh my God.
Go out and get dressed.
Are they sneaking out to go get dressed?
On ice and,
Right, because she said, because now we have to go out and we could slip on ice, break our hips.
When you can just serve them responsibly inside the comfort of the nursing and senior living homes and just let them enjoy themselves. I see no issue here.
I see no problem here. And I hope it passes.
Same.
Because what they're calling it, the grandparents' happy hour bill?
Period. Let them enjoy themselves, because it's not about getting blackout drunk. It's not the point. They're just like, let's enjoy our lives, enjoy each other's company, relive memories. Like, come on.
Just with a little sip. Like, I understand not everybody drinks alcohol, but it is a social thing.
Yes.
It can be a social thing. So a glass of wine, a little cocktail. Like you said, nobody's talking about getting blackout drunk. But I saw a quote there. It said, living here shouldn't mean fewer freedoms than anyone else.
Thank you.
And so if I would like a drink, I should be able to have a drink.
Thank you.
I am a grown ass person.
Period.
Lived a life. And so what, because I'm living here, I can't have that?
Nah. They doing everything else.
Apparently. That part.
If y'all don't know about that, don't worry about it. You too young anyway. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's so funny. So I was able to find out which region in the American states have the sexiest accent.
I'm about to be really mad because I briefly looked at the list.
Oh, no.
Please go ahead.
So this is actually, it was posted by Babbel, the language learning site, and they asked 2,000 single people. So I wrote them down from least sexy to sexiest. Okay.
Oh God,
Top
okay.
10.
Okay.
All right. So number 10, they say, is the least sexy. Also, let me say, while we're reading this, if you have feelings about this, put it in the comment section.
Please.
And also let us know which region you feel.
You're from.
No, and which you feel is the sexiest. I want to know what you think is the sexiest.
Everyone's going to think their own region
then
is
let's
the
do
sexiest.
it. Let's do it, because I don't.
Oh.
The one I think is the sexiest is not the one I live in.
Okay.
So you might surprise you.
Okay.
All right. So the least sexiest, number 10, is the Appalachian region, which is Pennsylvania to North Alabama.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Number 9, Philadelphia. They just was like just surrounding areas and Philadelphia.
Dang. The hate.
The hate. Number 8, inland northern / Great Lakes, which is Chicago, Minneapolis, Cleveland, and Milwaukee.
I don't think I agree with that.
Yeah. Number 7, New England, which is Boston and parts of Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire. They don't like Boston.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm sitting here going to try to prep. Do not let me do accents. I'm horrible at it.
Boston.
The Boston, which is better than me. All right. Number 6, California, specifically Southern Cali.
They some haters.
We didn't make top 5.
They're haters. They want to find any chance to try to win over California. So they're going to take their little, we have the sexier accent. Fine, take it. We'll win at everything else. Bye.
Uh-oh. Somebody's pressed.
Bye.
Okay, these are the top 5. All right. Number 5 is General American, which is considered the Midwest, Mountain States, Pacific Northwest, and parts of the West Coast. So it's like general.
Okay.
A general American accent.
Okay.
Number 4, Miami and South Florida, Latino-influenced American English.
I can, yeah. Okay.
Yes, for sure. Number 3, New York City and surrounding metro areas.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
So number 2, Louisiana / Cajun.
Yeah,
they do have fire accents. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raymond. And the number 1 sexiest accent, according to these people, is Southern American, which is Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, the Carolinas, Tennessee, and Arkansas.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I passionately disagree. What? Why?
I don't know. I
don't dig that. It actually like irks me. It's kind of like
it just like
yeah, it's too aggressive, too specific, I think.
Well, I think my favorite is New York.
New York.
I really love a New York accent. I think it's great. But I want to know what you all think about this list and what's your favorite sexiest accent.
Please put it in the comments. We're so curious. I'm going to keep repping Cali, but that's just me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Top 3.
That's just
for
me.
Sure.
Y'all are just some haters. All right. So to get a little bit on the more passionate side, I'm on the younger side. So this is a discussion that I'm really interested in and just like, let's get into it. We can go to my screen. So the woman on your screen is McKenna Simonson, I think her name is. And she is a special needs graduate from Washington State. Essentially, she graduated with the 3.87 GPA, but with a first grade reading level.
We need to like repeat that. Exactly. So she graduated with honors.
With honors with a 3.87 GPA, but her reading level was at a first grade level.
Amazing.
How that can happen? That's insane. So basically her family is now suing the school district and saying that it is benevolent discrimination. And so in case you are unaware of benevolent discrimination, I have it on here just so you know.
Good.
It's basically a unique sort of discrimination that like references the actions that appear to be well-intentioned towards mostly marginalized groups. But in reality, they're still perpetuating like a stereotype and keeping those specific marginalized groups down.
Yes.
For example, the token Black friend in every movie and TV show that you've ever seen.
Well, then.
I want to use that one as a specific example because we all know what that is.
Yes,
right?
You can see that.
Forever condoned to be the comedic relief or the nerdy side friend, but never good enough to be the main character.
Or the love interest.
But we're there for diversity, just so you can see how diverse it is.
Yes.
Right? It's good, but it's not good. That's what it means. So basically, she graduated, got a diploma, and her goal was to go to this vocational program that's basically going to allow her to transition from high school to later on in life. And it would have been a free program, but since she got a diploma, it cost money. So she was not eligible to go for that program. So
even though she didn't earn it technically.
Exactly. So now she had to go to an alternative, which was like a community college. And now she has to pay $40,000 a year
for this education,
which she would have gotten for free if she just didn't get this diploma or well, the thing is to get to this level, because she was super excited to graduate and she's just like, yes, I earned this. This feels great. So she's going to this, secondary level and realizing how far behind she is. Yes.
She's working her ass off in this program to be able to just get to the level that she should have gotten to before she graduated.
Thank you.
A first grade reading level? How does that happen?
How does that happen?
It's essentially a participation trophy that she was given. Yes,
that's what her lawyers are saying. This is a participation diploma, essentially, that just sent her through, but is doing her no good in the long run anyway, because one, she still can't get the free vocational program that she would have needed in the first place. And second, she's playing catch up the entire time.
Yes.
So now she's in school, 3 years in school, 22 years old now, and she is $160,000 in student debt.
If she needed more time to be able to get these things or more education, more look, they should have given it to her instead of being like, okay, cool. See you in the next grade.
Pushed you through, which was the benevolent discrimination part that we were talking about. It was we're going to help you out because of a certain thing. She is a special needs student, remember? We're going to, we're going to push you through because we think that you need the extra help, but we're not going to give you the extra help, but we think that you can make it. So here's the diploma without actually helping you get to that point.
Right.
And so it's doing more harm than it's doing good.
Way more harm than good. But since she was special needs, she should have been given certain help. Yes,
but
she was not given that help. And she was passed along.
Yes.
She was just pushed on to the next thing and pushed on to the next thing. And that's where the problem is.
Yeah. And she legitimately thought she was learning. They were bringing her to school as normal. She was like, I'm doing it. She doesn't know what level she's supposed to be because they're giving her this amount of information and saying, you earned it.
Yes.
But comparatively, she learned nothing. And you're sending her out unprepared. So this is the school's fault.
Yes.
And I do not fault the parents and her family for suing them because
absolutely
the school's job is to prepare the kids to go on, right? That is what the job is, right? So you guys are just pushing her through. It's stupid because you wouldn't give a kid a driver's license and say, hey, go out there and drive, because the first thing they'll do is crash, right?
Exactly.
You
Great
have
comparison.
to teach these kids how to do certain things. That is the purpose of school. So what was she doing there?
Right. It was like babysitting or something.
Thank you.
And that's why I keep going back to it's like, give her the tools she needed, or there is no or. Give her the tools she needed, because what you weren't giving her that, but you were still promoting her.
Thank you.
Without her even knowing that she wasn't getting what she needed.
Exactly.
Until she went out into the quote unquote real world. And now they're like, oh no, sweetie, you don't even know how to do X, Y,
the
Z.
Basic things. But yeah, this was her in high school. This is her now more grown up. She's at college. She says she's thriving. She said she's doing well.
That's great.
But also that point too, because she's thriving, she's doing well. Because when faced with these challenges that you think these certain types of people aren't able to live up to, they do fine and they thrive well when given the right tools. So don't assume. Provide the information. Do your best as a school.
Yes.
To give that information and give the tools for these kids to move on. So it's not fair.
No, it's not.
And I don't blame them for suing.
Oh yeah, I hope they take the bank. Get all of it.
But yeah, good for her for thriving and doing what she's got to do.
Yes.
But that $160,000 in student debt, ugh.
Yeah, the school owes her that at the very least.
Yeah. Thank you. But sorry,
well,
I just,
she's like, I needed to.
Education is education, okay? Yeah.
All right, so I have the 4 health benefits of being short.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So this is all data from the National Center of Health Statistics. And I had to look up what short means, right?
Okay.
Because what does that mean? At what level are you considered short? And at what level are you considered tall?
Valid.
Right? Okay. So short for a man is under 5'7".
Okay.
And short for a woman is under 5'3".
Really?
That's what it said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's changed over the last couple of years.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. That's crazy.
I've never really thought about it, because you'd be like, oh, he's short and she's short. But like, what does that mean?
Right. Like, what are the...
Yeah,
okay.
what's the parameter? So apparently that's what it is.
Okay.
All right. So the number one health benefit of being short is a lower cancer risk.
Okay.
Yeah. So they say basically for every 10 centimeters, you're lowered risk by 18% in women and 11% in men.
Really?
Yeah. Based on
Why?
these statistics and these different things that they've
Why?
tested, right?
That's not fair.
I know. So we're all tall in this family. So we're like, wait a minute. Hold on. So number two, less likely to get a blood clot. So 65% lower risk than a man over 6'2", and a 69% lower risk than a woman over 6 feet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Again, why?
Giving the short kings and queens a little boost.
Yeah, like confidence.
So number three, less likely to break a hip. Now this made me laugh because we're tall, like if we fall,
we break our hip.
But yes, that's exactly what it said. It said they have a lower center of gravity. So it's like less
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That actually makes sense.
It does. And the last one is more likely to live longer.
Just like in general?
In general. And what they did is they had these two test groups and they separated them. Here was the short group and here was the tall group. And the short group, on average, lived longer.
Why?
He said in battle you could see the tall guy.
I didn't know we were in battle. Hold on. That's insane.
Man, so I thought that would be fun to add because there is a lot of judgment on people who are shorter. And it's like, there are benefits to everything. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not just be like, well, I'm going to live longer.
Yeah, that's a nice little because God forbid I am shorter or taller. That's I can't change that.
You can't. You can. People are changing it.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of crazy?
That's wild. That's a lot of pain.
I know. Don't do that, please. Thank you.
And the last little story we wanted to squeeze in there is that sharks in the Bahamas are full of cocaine, caffeine, and prescription drugs.
They're getting high in the ocean, y'all.
Okay. And it's our fault, just like everything,
yeah.
Right? And so blood samples, they took it from 85 sharks off the shores of the Bahamas, and over a third tested positive for one or more of these things. Right?
That's insane.
And it's like, we're going to the Bahamas. The biggest reason they said is because we're going to the Bahamas, getting in the water and peeing out all of these things because you put it in your body, but it has to leave somewhere.
Wow. Okay.
And so obviously that's what they're absorbing.
That's nasty.
And peeing.
That's nasty.
Right?
So there's a bathroom.
Right?
Ugh.
And then also sharks are what they call opportunistic feeders. And so if something's there, they're going to eat it.
Yeah.
And in the trafficking routes, if one, a brick of cocaine happens to drop off, the shark is like, I got you.
Bet. That's insane.
But they said they were watching these sharks, and the ones who had contaminated blood, they were having shifts in their behavior. So these things were affecting how they were feeding, like their routes that they take, when they are hunting or whatever it is they do in the water, that they were having effects.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, humans need to stay out the ocean.
Well, I'm going to go in the ocean, but like to hear.
But stop doing things that affect the ocean.
Yes.
Enough.
With the way the runoff, also with the rainwater runoff and all sorts of things. So there's lots of stuff. If people, they flush their drugs down their prescriptions too, down the toilet, those can end up in the ocean. So there's lots of ways that these poor sharks are ingesting stuff.
We need to stop. It's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong.
I was at CVS the other day. They have a little dispenser. You can put your old drugs in there.
Seriously?
Yeah, you don't have to flush them.
In case y'all didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that. But come on.
Yeah.
Let's not put it in the ocean. I'm not trying to be all save the turtles. I got my metal straw, but I do have a metal straw.
I do have a metal straw. But they started teaching us to cut the rings of our 6-packs so they didn't get stuck on the turtles.
Yeah.
And now they have breakaway ones. And so I feel like that's in the same realm, right?
Yeah, just little things that add up over time that don't damage our environment.
You got high sharks out there.
Because that's insane. That's insane. I know they were like, what is this?
What are we? Right. It's feeling good.
It's in the water. All right. Getting back to the Reddits. I got a Reddit today I effed up by building an app to track how many times my coworker says circling back in meetings. Now the whole office uses it.
Oh, I could use that.
So there's this guy at work. Let's call him K. K says circling back constantly in every meeting, sometimes twice in the same sentence. So just circling back on that, before we circle back on the main point.
No, stop it.
I started noticing it maybe 4 months ago, and now I cannot unhear it. It has ruined meetings for me entirely. Mm-hmm. So as a joke, purely for my own amusement, I vibe coded a mini Wabi app in 10 minutes. Every time K says circling back, I tap the screen. It tracks daily counts, shows me a weekly graph, and gives me a personal best notification. I showed 2 colleagues. Mistake. They immediately wanted to use it too. I shared the link. Not a big deal, right? Within 2 days, there were 9 of us silently tapping our phones every time Kay spoke. We have a group chat now. Someone made a weekly leaderboard for the highest count.
Amazing.
Someone else added a feature request for, to be honest, because apparently Kate from finance says it 11 times a meeting and felt left out. Recently, Kay said circling back 23 times in a 56-minute sync.
Oh my God.
We nearly lost it. Someone had to fake a coughing fit. The problem is I now look forward to meetings, like genuinely. I check the group chat during calls. We celebrate new personal bests. Kay said circling back at 9:07 a.m. yesterday, and I got 3 notifications within seconds.
Within seconds.
I built an app to cope with an annoying habit and accidentally made meetings the best part of workday. Kay will never know. I feel both terrible and completely at peace with this.
I love that. I don't understand how you say circling back much. Once in a meeting, maybe.
We going around in circles at this
point. So we're going to circle back.
We circle it back.
Put a pin in it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh. And Kate from Finance saying, to be honest.
To be honest. I mean, we all have our verbal tics. I mean, I know too. I say a lot of things over and over and over again.
For sure.
But not circling back.
The circling back is so annoying. But also, if people in the meeting were like, tap every time I said a certain phrase, I would know.
No, he's not paying attention. He is circling back. He's not focused on that at all. That's hilarious. When you were talking about what he did to create the app, I was like, what was that? I am so old because say it again, what he created. Because I was like, what is that?
What did he do?
It sounded like fake words.
He said, I vibe coded a mini Wabi app in 10 minutes.
What? Like, what is that?
He said it's another language.
It is another language and I don't understand.
I vibe coded was basically like off the jump, just impulsively.
Okay.
I vibe coded a mini Wabi app, which is the app.
Okay.
A mini version.
Mini Wabi app.
Of the app.
Mini Wabi app. You gonna give me a new verbal tic?
Yeah, no. Let's wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, I don't know what these words are.
What is that? The purpose was he did this thing.
He did. Amazing.
Amazing.
I love that. Am I the asshole for sneaking my mom some alcohol when she was in hospice?
It depends.
Mm-hmm. My mom is in her 50s and dying from liver cancer. She is terminal and currently undergoing in-home hospice care. My mother has always lived an unhealthy lifestyle. She was an extremely heavy smoker for years and luckily quit between 10 and 15 years ago, and she's very proud of that. But she's been morbidly obese her whole life. She hasn't treated her type 2 diabetes well enough, and for years, she was drinking 4 to 6 5% alcohol drinks per day for about 4 to 5 days per week.
Mom.
All this compounded, and she ended up with liver cancer. By the time it was caught, it was terminal. When she started feeling sick, she stopped drinking except for rare occasions. I visit my mom 2 to 3 times per week. I talk to her, we watch TV, and I'll bring her what she asked for. She recently talked about how she missed her drink of choice. She wanted a couple to have. I got a list of her meds and made sure there was no or minimal interactions. And when she had a really good day with no pain meds, I brought her a 6-pack of her favorite drink. She was very happy and drank 2 and then went to sleep. I told my siblings about this when I updated them a few days later. They got really mad at me because she has liver cancer and her liver isn't right, but I still gave her alcohol. This was weeks ago, and she still has 4 cans out of the 6-pack left over, and she hasn't had them. But even if she did, she's going to die. Let her enjoy her time. They think I was harming her and causing her to die faster by giving her the alcoholic drinks. I think I gave her an evening of enjoyment when she doesn't have many left. I've been catching flack for them from weeks, and now it's spreading to other family members. So, am I the asshole for giving my mother alcoholic drinks when she is on hospice for liver cancer?
So this one was hard. While I can see both perspectives, I can see the siblings' perspective, like, why are you, like, furthering her illness? And then I can see her perspective, let's make the last moments of her life enjoyable. What I know is that a lot of times people are like, you're going to die in a week. You make it past a week. Things happen. You never know. And I feel like just being like, you're going to die, so let me help it along. Like, I know that's not her intention, but like, let's not. I feel like that was doing more harm than good. I mean, I know she wanted that, but like, come on.
I feel you, but I have a completely different perspective on that. I'm like, not might, is going to pass away from the way that she treated her body. Yes, you can argue, all of that, but she's here now. And if she wants a little drink, I'm like, why not let her have a little bit of happiness or peace or whatever? There was this story that I had saved from years ago. I had found somewhere online, and this guy was arrested because he went on this spree with his wife, who was also on hospice. They went to strip clubs.
Oh, period.
They went to the alcohol, stores. They were drinking. They were partying. They were having a great time. And it probably was not good for her, but that's what she wanted towards the end of her life. And he was like, I'll give it to you, baby.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. Like, I understand that perspective too. I just, maybe the part of me is like, no, let me try to keep you as long as I can. But that's from a selfish perspective.
Yes.
And I can acknowledge that. But I want to be selfish in this moment because it's like, I don't want to lose you.
True. But you are. And she's already there. But she goes over, she visits her all the time.
Yeah.
She's spending this time with her mom. And if her mom really wanted something that, I don't know if it's going to hurt her at this point.
Right.
Versus it's more of a mental thing. And it's just like, I just had a little sip and now I feel better.
Yeah.
It's not like she's drank it all.
No, she still has some. I was about to say that. Yeah, she still has some. She's enjoying it. She's not like abusing it. So yeah, I can see your perspective. And I'm like, she may not be, but the part of me that wants to be selfish is like, keep her here. So
no, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that totally.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I know.
I don't really know if there's a solid answer for that. I don't think it's fair that his siblings are like coming at her like that, especially if the mom asked.
Yeah.
It's not like I just was like.
And she asked her. Like, she didn't say how often her siblings go and visit or anything like that, but she's there all the time. So I don't know.
That was a tough one. I don't know. All right. I have a Reddit relationship advice. I think my new friend is perfect for my boyfriend. How do I let this go? Let me read it again. I think my new friend is perfect for my boyfriend. How do I let this go?
Oh, this is interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So for the purpose of this post, I, 27 female, am going to call my boyfriend, 27 male, Jake, and my new friend, 26 female, Stephanie. Jake and I have been together for 4 years. About 9 months ago, I met Stephanie through work, and we hit it off immediately. Looking back on it now, maybe she reminded me of Jake in some subconscious way, but we became fast friends. One night, I invited her over to make a dish for a potluck at work, since we both love to cook and bake. While we were there, Jake came home and I introduced them, and he sat with us while we worked. They clicked instantly. They're not similar in terms of interest, but they have the same sense of humor and the same kind of energy. I don't know how to describe it. It was like 2 puzzle pieces slotting together, and I liked that at first. I don't see it how I see it now. The closer I've gotten with Stephanie, because I really do like her, the more she's ingratiated herself into our friend group, and the more I have noticed how Jake is around her. I've got to say, it's not inappropriate. It's more things you can't control or even notice. He blushes around her constantly. When she says something funny, he does this hoarse laugh that I've never heard him do before. Sometimes he will see something while we're out and say, I should tell my friend Stephanie about it.
Your friend.
The collective my friend in the room. You know the sequels in that one movie? Mine. If someone brings her up, he remembers insane things about her, like her favorite brand of vodka. He talks to her in a tone of voice that's similar to how he talks to his mom, just gentle. He doesn't talk to her one-on-one or even follows her on socials. I have zero worries about him cheating, but when I see them together, it freaks me out and how they seem to gravitate towards each other in group settings. How he goes out of his way to explain things to her in detail. How she asks him questions that always seem to get him to open up in a way that he didn't with me for years. And even now, I have to tell him explicitly that I want him to be emotional before he does. They just seem to get each other. The way he acts with her is a way that I didn't even know he could act. For his birthday, I was stumped for a gift, and I asked Stephanie for suggestions. She picked the perfect thing. I'd never seen Jake as happy as when he opened it. He said he couldn't believe I'd thought of it and looked at me like he never felt so understood by me as he did then. But I didn't think of it. She did.
Oh, no.
I feel like I'm going crazy because nothing I can see is concrete. It's not like he's super close with her or she's asking about him. There are boundaries. And then there's just me noticing vibes. But it's so real, I just know it. I don't know if he knows it or if she does, but knowing both of them, sometimes they just say something and I know it's something the other would want to hear. I need to let this go. I can't bring this up to either of them, but it's consuming me. I'm getting short and depressed every time I say something to Jake and he doesn't immediately light up. Every time Stephanie asks me how my weekend was or date night went, and I feel like I don't want to tell her, like I'm hoarding my relationship. I love Jake and I like Stephanie. I don't want this to affect my relationship with either of them or even their friendliness with each other. How do I just chill out about this without consuming any more of my energy?
This is a tough one because I don't know if y'all should be together.
Exactly.
Because you see this already. They're not doing anything wrong.
No.
They aren't being inappropriate. They aren't, going behind your back per your words. And so for you to just see, like, if my husband vibed with another woman, I would be inconsolable.
Yeah.
In that way.
Yeah.
That I would really have to check myself.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, okay, what am I not doing? I mean, the fact that she couldn't even think of the birthday gift and she got it like that.
I don't know, girl. I know. I know. Because that's interesting. It's like, maybe you guys are soulmates, but platonic soulmates.
Maybe.
But then he happened to find his romantic soulmate. And it's okay. And there are multiple forms of soulmates. But if you're seeing that they're vibing like that, I feel like it's worse to try to force a situation. Or like, again, the selfishness. Can't be selfish in that moment. You kind of got to like talk to them and be like, how are you feeling? How is she feeling? I know what I'm feeling. I know what I'm reading off of you guys.
Right.
That would just be a conversation you have to have. But like, you guys found each other. You guys have been together for 4 years. No one can take that shared experience that you guys have already had. But trying to force something that's just not continuing like that.
Yes.
Or being like, I'm going to keep him so that doesn't happen.
Yes, that part.
That can't happen. You know what I mean?
Or ending your friendship from her so she's no longer around.
Right.
So now you're taking this away from your boyfriend.
Exactly. And Stephanie.
Yeah. I just don't know. I've never come across something like this before.
I know.
Where the vibe, like they are really just connected in that way. And you seem like you're in the way. Yeah. And that sucks.
Oh, God.
That would hurt.
Hurt my feelings. But at this point, it hurts more to stay in this relationship knowing that it's not clicking than to be like, let's all do what we got to do.
And just like you said, conversation. A lot of these things we read would be fixed if people just had conversations. And this one, I think she's afraid to have the conversation because she doesn't want to hear what might come out of somebody's mouth.
Right.
But I think in this situation, you have to because you're just stressed out. Like she's getting depressed and feeling all these ways.
Yeah.
When you just got to bite the bullet, as they say.
You have to.
Circle back.
No. Is K going to be a reference again?
Yes.
K short for Kevin or not?
Oh no, Kevin. But yeah, that's a tough one. But I really do think like you just have to go for it. You have to look at it and just say, maybe this is what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
Right.
You know, and I won't be mad at you, but
and it's
this
hard
is what
because
I
they're
see.
being so respectful too.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem like they have each other's phone numbers if they're even added on each other on social media. They don't hang out when it's not with the OP.
Mhm.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm. And to know that much and know somebody that well after those little bit of interactions,
That's
girl,
tough. I don't know, girl.
You in danger, girl.
Oh, I'm just saying, a conversation needs to be had. No one's saying, I need to break up with him. Y'all just date each other. Just a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk. But yeah.
Lord.
Oh, no.
Don't have nobody coming looking at my man like that.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
But
me. Am I the asshole for getting upset at my girlfriend for mocking me when I cried?
Yes.
So, hello. He said hello. He's very sweet. I'm 23 male. My girlfriend is 24 female. We've been living together since the new year of 2026, but in a relationship for a year and a half. I'm an emotionally sensitive person since childhood, but I was taught not to cry or at least do it alone, thanks to the boys don't cry type of upbringing I had. My girlfriend never saw me crying until yesterday. I never watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Now, let's side note. Okay. Yes, I love me some Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And Saul finished, and I finished the last episode yesterday. As the ending of Better Call Saul was emotionally heavy, I couldn't control myself and cried.
Okay.
It's valid. It's a very good ending.
Okay.
I was really invested in the show. My girlfriend had already watched them, though. But instead of comforting me or at least leaving me alone, she started making fun of me for crying over media. It wasn't some playful banter. She didn't stop until I was totally pissed and had to stop crying to make her go. She made me feel like I'm weak and stupid. I immediately told her how bad I felt, but she wasn't concerned at all and carried on with her routine.
Girl.
I'm extremely upset and disappointed in her. This is the first time she saw me crying and that was her reaction. Around an hour later, before bed, I told her that if she doesn't truly feel sorry for what she did yesterday, then don't blame me in the future if I become emotionally distant from her and start hiding things whenever I get vulnerable. She reacted strongly and we had a fight. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not. Yes, I'm glad he said that at the end too, because that was about to be my point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's the fathers telling their sons not to feel these things because they were not validated with their feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and then their parents telling them because they weren't validated in their feelings and they didn't feel like it was a safe place, and then women not making men feel comfortable enough to show these feelings, and when they do, making them feel bad. It's like, how can you be mad at men for not crying when every time they do cry, it's like ridiculed, made into a meme, it's like laughed at. It's like, that's not fair.
It's not fair. And I wrote this down because I was like, don't forget to say this, but the patriarchy damages everybody. People think only women are damaged by the patriarchy, but this shows that this damages everybody.
Right.
Because the only acceptable emotion for men is anger. And that's not fair because they're human beings and they have all the emotions.
Thank you.
And so they should be able to express them in the way that feels natural to them.
Yeah.
And if we ridicule them and make them feel horrible for doing that, then we get the complete opposite thing that we want.
And we can't even be mad that we got exactly what was the result of what we did.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. And it's like a double-edged sword where you are sitting there and you're like, be a man, blah, blah, blah. But then like he said, if I come back and I'm super closed off from you, she's going to tell everybody, he's so closed off. He never talks to me.
Exactly.
He never says anything. It's like, well, when he opened up to you, you laughed in his face.
So what did you expect him to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because if the roles were reversed, what? Would it be different?
She would expect it to be. But then also he would have to comfort her if she's crying.
Because that's also a part of his job that is expected for men to do.
Yes, but it's not our job to comfort them when they are feeling emotional.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think you are. I think your girl is a jerk.
Yes.
I'll say that with my chest.
Yes.
She is a jerk. And also, It is okay to cry over media. I cry over media all the time. What are you talking about?
I saw a commercial the other day. I was like,
this is great. That's so stupid. But
It's
to
dumb.
ridicule him, it's like, is that your insecurity, girl? Because now I'm gonna come for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's gross.
It is. It's just really disgusting.
Yeah.
And to have that, I can cry, but you can't cry.
That's not fair.
And it's your job to comfort me and be there for me, but I'm not going to do the same for you. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Emotional bullies.
That's not fair. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you are. You deserve better than that.
Mm-hmm.
You really do.
Yep.
And I'm not prideful enough to be like, women are always right. We are not.
No.
Your girl gets a red flag.
Yes, she does.
It is what it is. It goes both ways.
Sure
you deserve
does.
better, babe.
Yep.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have a semi-long one, but this is my last one. So
Okay.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Slightly rage bait. So you ready? All right. Reddit relationship advice. My husband faked fainting after I gave birth. My husband, 23 male, and I, 23 female, have been together for 5 years. I want to start by saying that despite his quirks, my husband is genuinely sweet and hardworking. I truly believe he loves me deeply, tries his best, and has always dreamed of being a husband and father. That's why this whole situation has left me confused and conflicted. We got pregnant a bit sooner than expected, though it wasn't entirely unplanned. In the first trimester, I was lucky to avoid nausea, but the fatigue hit me hard, especially during my final university exams. I had to take a nap for 1 to 2 hours every afternoon just to function. At the time, we didn't know that this was the exhaustion that was normal during pregnancy symptoms, and I was focused on school that I didn't think much of it. Meanwhile, my husband quietly started resenting me. He thought I was being lazy because I wasn't keeping up with the housework, which, except for dishes, was mostly my responsibility. Thankfully, a friend asked if I've been hit by the tiredness and explained that it's important that I rest. He seemed to understand, but I guess it bugs me that by being faced with his wife being utterly exhausted, his first reaction was to think of me as lazy and be annoyed rather than concerned.
Yes.
Throughout the rest of my pregnancy, his attitude often felt off. He would get annoyed by what I thought were small requests, like bringing me water before bed, and complained about the size of my pregnancy pillow.
What?
While he always apologized later on if I let myself get sad about it, I felt like there was something he wasn't saying. Friends told me to enjoy the pregnancy pampering, but I didn't experience any of that. He treated me the same as before and seemed irritated when I couldn't keep up. Despite everything, I had a fairly easy pregnancy physically and emotionally. During this time, he started getting really into those men's experiences during pregnancy podcasts.
Wait, and those exist?
And would vent about how no one considers what fathers go through, which I sympathize with. Let's note that for later. Then came the birth. After a long and sleepless labor, I needed an emergency C-section. I gave birth around midnight. And since partners couldn't stay overnight, he went home. I stayed awake with our newborn for a 4th night in a row. When he returned the next morning, he told me he had fainted on the way home, showing me how dirty his jacket was after falling. I was concerned, but I was so depleted I could barely process it. During our hospital stay, he brought food and held the baby while I slept, but his attitude still felt annoyed. I chalked it up to stress. Then came the newborn phase. Our son was colicky. Was that, colicky? I was exhausted and we argued constantly. I couldn't be my usual sweet self and I desperately needed emotional support. He, on the other hand, seemed to want sympathy too. At one point, it had been 5 days since the baby had a bath, and he asked why I was annoyed. I didn't turn my filter on and I said, "Why don't you give him a bath then?" He responded with that he didn't know how. I was upset and I told him to Google it. He said he felt overwhelmed working 3 to 4 hours a day and microwaving meals twice daily.
3 to 4 hours a day?
Thank you. I'm so tired of this man. And microwaving meals twice daily. So researching baby baths was apparently too much. I ended up taking our baby to all of his appointments alone because my husband looked so irritated and tired when nurses started asking questions. I could say a lot more, but here's my main concern. Recently, we revisited the topic of pregnancy and my son's birth. I told him that I felt unsupported during that time. That's why he confessed that he lied about fainting after the birth so that I would feel bad for him. He apparently only slipped on the ice. He felt ignored and unimportant during the pregnancy. Every time he talked to the friends, they told him to focus on supporting me and that he started to feel invisible. While I understood the desire to feel seen, to lie about something like this when I truly needed support feels deeply hurtful.
Yeah.
I explained that being a supportive partner is not meaningless. It's actually a vital, important role. He was remorseful, but I don't know if this is expecting too much from him. I don't think so.
Oh, no. No.
Things are better between us today, but honestly, I don't think if I want him with me the next time I give birth. I feel like it would be easier to mentally prepare for doing it alone than to split my emotional focus between giving birth, the baby, and managing his feelings again. How do we move forward from this?
So I have a very serious question. This may seem like I'm raging, but I'm very serious. Why would you consider giving birth to another child from a partner who has already proven himself to be unsupportive?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, because what makes you think he's going to change?
Thank you.
He couldn't even recognize the fact that you were exhausted. Like, pregnancy exhaustion is like no other exhaustion you've ever felt in your life. And then now you have another baby at home that needs you. So you can't just nap for an hour or two in the middle of the day unless you have support and help. And so, and then we're going to go back to what the title was. He faked fainting.
Yes.
Because he's like, this is the only way I can get attention. I was about to cuss. Your wife is giving birth right now.
And you're like, me.
Where's my attention? I don't know why the first thought in his mind when she was passing out from exhaustion was she being lazy?
Right.
What?
Meanwhile, get up and go do the chores and everything.
Yeah, you have chores to do.
But
get your pregnant self up.
But you work 3 to 4 hours a day. You microwave. I want to say microwave. He didn't cook.
He did not
microwave 2 meals a day. And this was way too much for you to do.
I can't Google how to wash a baby. What are you talking about? That's a lot of work.
Insane.
Am I going to get paid for this?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Ew. I got the ick the entire time reading that because are you kidding me?
No, he's not kidding. And here's the thing. So we've all seen these videos of boys and men being put the stimulator, like you're having period cramps.
Yeah.
I feel like stuff like that should be required at a young age because men have no idea what it feels like to be a woman and go through these problems and then also have a baby.
Right.
And so, we have sex education and all that stuff, but it's lacking in my opinion. But to have no empathy for the person who's carrying your child, this is your child. And she has given of her body to this baby to make sure that it's healthy.
Thank you.
But you're making microwave meals and get this baby out of my body. And then after that, I have to nurse this baby, keep the baby alive.
Thank you.
And you're acting like you can't give the baby a bath?
Exactly. Figure it out. It's insane.
He refuses.
He's refusing. And he's not even seeing it from her perspective at all because the first part is the physical stuff. Even if she wanted to continue doing all this stuff, she cannot.
She can't do it.
And then afterwards is all the emotional changes, the physical changes after the surgery, because yes, it is surgery.
It is surgery.
And he's still trying to being like, me.
Yes.
I can't even.
Any other surgery, you would not be required to do anything afterwards. You have recovery time, but you have to keep a baby alive. You're nursing a baby. You're caring for a baby. You have to have that closeness. Why is it so hard to assume that the other partner would take care of all the other things to make it so mom can recover and also have that time with baby?
Right. We are doing this together. Yes.
Apparently not.
That's insane.
But this type of relationship, not to, go completely off topic, but this feels like it ties to the guy who went to the woods. Like if you don't nip this type of behavior in the butt now, it becomes a partner who literally does nothing around the house to help. And you have 2 kids and you are doing all the things.
Right.
So I would just personally reconsider like what the future is.
Right.
You know, depending on whether you want to be the person who takes care of literally everything.
Literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are so young still. Like
Very
23,
young.
24. I mean, I don't know, y'all.
It's a long life.
It's a long life.
Mm-hmm.
So slow down and just also, God, your actions speak a lot louder than your words.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, he's telling you exactly what he's about right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should take that and maybe just start evaluating for the future.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
Well, then good luck, girl.
Oh, not the good luck.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for cussing out my son's teacher?
I mean, I don't think so.
So I, 38 male, have a son, 10. My son has always hated his teacher, Ms. Lopez. According to my son, she is always yelling at everyone. She humiliates people, and she's really strict for no reason. My son is a good kid, so she usually leaves him alone, but if she ever did something, I would jump into action. What happened recently was my son really had to use the restroom in her class. Ms. Lopez has a rule where you can only go to the bathroom once a day in her class. You'll have to wait till lunch or recess to go. My son had already gone, so she wouldn't let him go again. I told my son beforehand that if she ever tries to enforce this dumb rule on him, just go anyway, and me and his mother will take care of it if he gets in trouble.
Period.
So he went anyway. My son told me that by the time he got back, the teacher was making fun of him in front of the entire class, saying how he was about to have a pee-pee accident. She started yelling at him and telling him that she was going to call his parents later. I was appalled to hear this all from my son as soon as he got home. He's not a liar. By the time Miss Lopez called, I picked up the phone and I let her have it.
Period.
How dare she humiliate a 10-year-old boy in front of the entire class and try to bully him? She should be ashamed. She hung up in my face about 40 seconds into the rant. My wife told me I shouldn't have cussed her out. She agreed to take the steps to get him moved out of Miss Lopez's class, but me cussing her out was uncalled for, according to her. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not. What do you mean?
Why can't I cuss her out? She was basically cussing him out.
Yeah, thank you. I'm saying, why can't I? I don't see any issues here.
Why?
Also, take my side. Take your son's side.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because he was calling, he's going to have a pee-pee accident and cussing him. And also it's a dumbass rule.
Thank you. In addition, because I don't think you can do that technically, right?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a rule or
like
a law
if they have to go to the bathroom.
You have to allow those children to go to the restroom. Also, mind you, he's 10.
He's 10.
Come on. That is a stupid rule.
Mm-hmm.
And then you decided to be more childish than the 10-year-old and make fun of him for something that he couldn't control. Like, he has to use the restroom.
What do you want him to pee on himself?
Deal?
I don't.
Are you kidding me? Like, that would have been any more embarrassing than me peeing on myself. And please. And then bring it to the house. I would have hung up on me. I would have drove to the school. I would have drove to the school because I was not finished. I wasn't done.
I have more to say.
I wasn't done. I wasn't done. Like I was saying.
That part.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
And in addition, I expect my wife to be right there supporting me because this is about our son.
Yes.
He doesn't get to be bullied at school.
By the teacher.
By the teacher.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm not standing for that. So no, I think everyone around him is wrong. Everyone but him.
Except for Dad.
Thank you.
Dad did the right thing.
I rock with Dad.
He was sitting there waiting for that phone call. He was like, go on and answer. I got this.
Let's go. I'm for the smoke when it comes to my child.
And like I go back, why can't I cuss her out? Because she was talking crazy to my kid in front of everybody. It's not like she pulled him aside and was like, I have a rule. When I have a rule, you follow it. She felt some type of way because a kid embarrassed her in front of the other kids.
Aww.
He just walked out because he had to go to the bathroom. I have a rule. No.
Are you not the adult in this situation?
No. And who knows how long she was on there talking shit in front of the kids.
Oh my God.
Because by the time he got back, she was already in the middle of her thing.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I expect when I send my child to school, that is in a safe environment with the kids around them and the teachers that are responsible for my kids and responsible for all the kids in the class.
Right.
Grow up.
Literally.
Who cares if this kid went over there? If you had a problem with them, we could have discussed that
Yes.
with the parents present. But you decided
Yes.
to pick on my child
No.
in front of all the other kids?
No. We have smoke.
Fire her.
All of it.
Fire her. But after I go there.
Yeah, after I've already said what I needed to say.
Thank you.
Drove to the school apparently and finished what I was saying.
I'm driving to that school. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, I'm not done. That is insane. Wow. Absolutely not. No, my blood pressure is rising. It's like,
oh yeah.
There's just some things that you just expect your school to be fine with, and you send your kid, you're like, okay, they're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard enough sending your kid to a place, having these other adults and trusting them to take care of your child.
Yes.
I don't need the added bullying and all that stuff.
No.
No.
No, he will be taken from the classroom after I say what I have to say and then go talk to the principal.
Absolutely.
Because what you're not going to do is do that.
Period.
And that's clearly not the first time she's done it if she felt that comfortable.
No. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And let's talk to the other kids too. What kind of experiences have you had with Miss Lopez?
Yes.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Trinity was hot.
I was. All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
We made it. Okay. Next episode is episode 30. We made it, y'all.
Yes. Thoughts and prayers to Rochelle. She is one of our Patreon subscribers, and we are just sending love your way to you and your family.
Thank you, Rochelle, so much.
Mm-hmm.
We're with
we
you.
love
You're in
you
our
so
hearts.
much.
We love you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to everyone who submitted. Thank you for following, supporting, for sharing. It's not lost on us. Y'all are on our chaos journey, and you guys are choosing to be here, which is insane. But like, thank
Welcome
you.
to the craziness.
We love y'all. So
we love you.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye,
Thank
y'all.
you.